and made me mad.
Hi guys, it's your girl E, and this is my beautiful wife.
And I'm Shantae.
And we are the McDays. How you doing?
I'm good, how are you? Why you talking so fast? Dang.
How you doing, babe?
I'm good, how are you?
I mean, did I just scare you?
Yeah, you like, how you doing?
Golly.
Hey.
I got that magical microphone and creeps on.
Girl.
Hey, y'all. Anyway, I hope everybody has had a wonderful weekend and a wonderful past week like we have. Busy as always. Today's title of the show is you voting or nah? Because we need to know and need to talk about the realities today about how important it is on voting. We may get a little deep on some serious conversation, but real talk, like baby, I would say, I am going to give you the Google version, and she's gonna give you the what?
The hood,
But no, version. We're gonna get on the real version today. It ain't about no Google, and it ain't about no real and this and that or whatever. It is what it is. I first want and hope first and foremost that everybody has went out there to cast your votes during early voting. I hope that you have not waited until the last minute to do that. But anyway, so is you voting or not? Or are you voting? Is you voting? Is
you voting?
Is you voting or not? Did you vote?
Or not?
Did you?
Did you?
Did you?
I'm the one told you.
You did. Okay, so I do want to say this. You guys, this is my very first time voting in a presidential election or for a presidential election. So I was kind of nervous walking into it because I had never done it before. So I had little crazy, stupid questions like, what am I supposed to do?
Oh my God.
What am I supposed to
follow the direction?
And what am I supposed to put down? How does this work? And first of all, I did not want to stand in line. So we did go to a place that's kind of ducked off. We didn't have to wait in line or nothing like that. So what was that? Friday? Mm-hmm. Friday we went and put in our vote. We did post a picture with our little sticker and it felt good. But today, you guys, first of all, we're going to say this. Our shirts here say, vote because we can't. And behind each letter, there is a face of African American that has lost their life due to the brutality of the police force or police officer. So it's very important that we step up and vote for the people that can't do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or not. So first, I do want to say this.
Are you kicking your shout out?
I'm not gonna kick out my shout outs to the end.
What?
Yeah, because
all of a sudden you come back from vacation and want to change your
right, I did. Okay, so check this out. Now, I know some of y'all saw our pictures on Facebook. We posted some snow pictures from it being in Minnesota.
8 inches
so
of snow.
Going to Minnesota at this time, they said it came early, but we don't get snow down here, so y'all don't know what it's like. So first of all, we had to go hurry up and buy winter clothes in order to go on this trip.
Later.
Yeah, so, and it wasn't that bad, but I wish that we would have bought more because when we got there, it started snowing, and by the next day, there was, 6 to 8 inches of snow.
It started snowing off the plane. I was like, I know you lying.
Yeah, so we didn't know what to expect because we never been in this. And my friends in Minnesota really thought that I was crazy because every time I walked up to a pile of snow or I was kicking it and stepping on it, and she was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I ain't never been around that much snow. Even though I was born in Nebraska, I still ain't never been around that much snow, and neither have you. So would you be able to move there, babe? Would you be able to live in that type of weather?
I can't because it's too much work and I'm lazy.
You know what? Okay, so check this out. So listen, no, for real.
It's a lot
so
of work.
Our friends, in order for them to go down into the basement to wash clothes, you see them putting on a coat and they put on snow boots. And I'm like, you're going downstairs just to wash clothes? But it's cold for real. It's super cold in the basements of these houses and stuff like that. So, and then if you want to leave and go to work, what did Cam have to do? Put on her snow boots.
Snow boots, the coat and the gloves.
And the shovel. And she had to go out there.
You got a snow blower. You know,
But a
them suckers
snowblower, they said they're expensive.
But they're
so.
super expensive. I said if you bougie, you
Right.
got a snowblower.
But they bougie, but they still don't have a snowblower, so
That's
they
'cause
must
they're
be kind of
expensive.
high
They
for
saving up
real.
for it.
What-
She said it's in the thousands, like for real.
Yeah, you gotta put it on layaway, huh? You gotta
Cam was out there getting her workout on.
She did, honey. She was shoveling, and I just don't know if I'm would be ready to do something like that, like move to a cold state and be having to deal with. So you have to get up really, literally 2 or 3 hours before it's time for you to be at work. So I look at it like this. I didn't know how much I appreciate Texas weather until we made it back to Texas, away from the snow. And then when we got to Denver, it was snowing too.
It was.
Yes, we had a layover in Denver. So anyway, we had a good time. We had the opportunity to get some relaxation. Well, I did. I was going bored crazy out of my
working.
mind. Shantae did work. However, we got through it and we made it back. We had a great time. And I just think that I'm thankful for Texas weather.
So, but no, since we're gonna go back to the police or whatever,
Oh.
Erica had an encounter with a police officer at the airport when we got there.
I did,
it
but
left
before you say that,
But it left a lasting impression on her.
it left a lasting impression. First of all, let me say this. A lot of people that know my past, I don't like the police. And it's for many reasons. I've been harassed and been pointed out and picked on behind the police. And then there's a lot of stuff that went on in my life that caused me to look at things differently when it came to the police force. So we get to Minnesota, and our friends parked one of their cars in a garage at the airport, okay?
Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle, because that was a lifesaver. We got there. Y'all didn't have to leave the house to come pick us up or nothing like that. So we get there. Everybody knows that when we travel, Shantae is always the handicapped one when she gets in
I'll
the
be telling
wheelchair.
my secrets.
But anyway, we go. Well, if you travel with her, y'all already know what she does for us to get on
And
the
you
plane
get VIP
first.
service.
Yeah, you do. You get good VIP service. So we rolled
Thanks.
down to the carousel. We get our bags off the carousel, and Michelle told us, "Hey, the car's parked in the green parking lot." I'm thinking at this point, where's the green parking lot? We don't know where it's
So
at.
it was in Terminal 1, and we got off in Terminal 2.
Terminal 2, but
which
we
was far from
2
Terminal
miles
1.
almost 2 miles away. So Shantae told me to ask this guy, because we were the only people down there. If anybody's flown to Terminal 1 or Terminal 2 at Minnesota, it's a very light, it's not a whole bunch of traffic in and out of the airport. So I asked this guy, I was like, look,
The car
can you tell us where the green parking lot is? He said, or we said, can you get us a shuttle? Come to find out, he made a couple of phone calls. He couldn't find a shuttle. One of the shuttles wasn't running at that time or something like that. So a cop walks up and he was like,
How can I help y'all?
how can I help y'all? And we were like, okay, do you know where the green parking lot is? At this point, I'm thinking, gosh, I don't want this cop to be over here. I don't really cuff for him. So just walk away or we'll figure it out. But he was like so helpful, you guys. It really, really started to change my mind instantly. Now, he said, I tell you what, there's no transit to get over there.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I tell you what, why don't you follow me to my cruiser? And I'm like, follow you to your cruiser. I don't want to go now. He said, why don't you follow me to my cruiser and I will take you to the green parking lot to get your car. And I was like, he said, I'm going to have the worker at the airport stay with your wife with the bags while I take you over here to this point. And it's far, okay? He walks me to the cruiser. Y'all, this man was so nice. He was like, look, I'm not going to put you in the back seat. Let me clear out the front seat for you so you can sit up front with me. So he cleared out the front seat. I got in the truck. At this moment, I'm kind of shaky because I'm like, man, I
was nervous.
I was very, very shaky, you guys. I was nervous about it, real talk. And this is sad, but it's real. I got in the truck, in the cruiser, and he took me way over to the first terminal, to the green parking lot. So when we get to the parking lot, Shantae called. She was like, babe, are you all right? You know, is everything good? I'm like, okay, yeah. But y'all, on the way to this green parking lot, this cop starts telling me a little bit about his life, where he's from, how many kids he has, what he plans on doing in the next couple of years. We had an opportunity to have a conversation. This is just a real person with a career as a policeman. We get to the parking lot. I'm thinking he gonna drop me off and be like, okay, here's the green parking lot, have at it. This man went through the parking lot, helped me find the car. When I got in the car, he waited for me and he said, follow me. I'm going to lead you back to the other terminal to pick up your wife. So he waited for me. I got in the car. We got down there. He pulled up beside me and he was like, look, I'm about to go in through this line because I'm a cop. You go in through here, make your payment for the car, and I'll wait for you outside the gate. Y'all, when I got outside the gate, he was there waiting for me. At this point, my whole demeanor is changing because I'm sitting here saying, I don't like the police. I don't like the police. Never have and never will. And we're in a whole nother state. And I'm a black female. But y'all, let me go back because on our way to the green parking lot, he had to make a call to the supervisor to say who he has in the car. You know, most of the time they describe what you have on, what color your skin is, this and that, whatever. He just said that he had a young female in the car with him and he was taking me over out of respect. He didn't say what color I was or anything. So he waited for me outside of the gate. I get outside the gate. He drives me back to the terminal where my wife is. Not only did he make sure, because it was snowing, wasn't it? Not only did he make sure that I made it back to my wife safely, he made sure that our bags were packed in the car. He made sure that we were in the car and seatbelted up before we drove off. And it totally, totally changed my mind and gave me a whole totally different outlook towards policemen. Now, I know that all of them ain't good.
Right.
Just like all people ain't good.
It only takes us one, though.
He left a lasting impression, and we tried to tip the guys whenever and they wouldn't even take our money. I tried to, give him some money, because he didn't have to do that, you guys. We were lost. We really were. I didn't know how to get where I was going, and then they were doing construction on the highway next to the airport, so I had to go a totally different way. That cop didn't have to do that for me.
He shortcutted her.
Yeah, and so he loaded all our bags in the car and all of that. So at the end of the day, I guess we can't be so quick to pass judgment on everybody. It's not good to pass judgment on people, period. But serious, you guys, that really, really, really gave me a totally different outlook on being in the car with a white cop who I'm afraid of. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I was nervous.
Shantae called and she was like, babe, are you all right? It's just because she knows how I feel, and then we know everything that's going on. I could have I was scared to put my hands in my pockets. It was cold.
But we were in
you know what I'm saying? I'm in Minnesota, so I'm scared to put my hands in my pocket. I don't want him to think, but never did he act scared. And this was a white man from Wisconsin. And the part of Wisconsin where he honestly, really, really, I feel like ain't a whole bunch of black people out there. You know what I'm saying? But he honestly was a really, really nice guy, and there was a really cool situation for me to be put in at this time that I'm feeling the way that I be feeling about it. But anyway, enough with that. That was a cool experience. I think it was. I don't know if it completely changed my mind about some people,
but it gave me a different view.
Right, it gave me a totally different view. Now,
it
did. It really did, and I wish that I could remember what his name was so I could maybe, shout him out.
We're not doing shout outs right now. Remember?
Oh, we're not doing shout outs right now.
Yeah, that's what you said. That's what you said.
Is you voting or nah? Okay, let's talk about this little voting situation here. Okay, so okay, come on.
Okay, so we gonna start.
We don't have no show notes, so we just winging it today.
Okay?
We winging it today, y'all.
So me and Erica was having a conversation or whatever. We was in the car, and I was like, well. She was like, you ready to vote? I was like, not really, but I guess it's the right thing to do. I'm being real honest. I'm keeping it 100.
Honest.
Okay?
Right.
I said, she was like, why do you say that? I said, you know how when somebody asks you before you sign your signature on something, you read all that stuff to make sure before you sign your signature? So how do I know when I cast my vote that he gonna do what he say he gonna do?
Right.
So it's like, I mean, that's just my viewpoint on it. And she was like, you know what? That's a true statement.
It is.
I was like, that's real. I said, yeah. Do I want Trump out? Of course. But do I want Biden in? I don't know.
You don't.
How do I know
really
he's
don't.
gonna fix everything? My thing, like I told Erica, he gonna take the first 4 years to try to fix everything that's messed up.
But that's what
you're not gonna see change.
That's
right
that's
off.
What.
And then I made a point. I was like, really, in reality, when Barack Obama went in there, did we vote for Obama because he was stood for,
or
was
because he was black?
Because he was black.
Both.
I voted for. Some people vote for both.
Right.
I voted for him because he was black.
Right, but we also had conversations with friends that said the same thing. They said, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't vote when it came for Obama because
she didn't think she could.
I didn't think I could. For one, I have a felony on my background, and back in the day, felons could not vote. Our vote didn't matter, so My view on voting was
So
I don't care. I don't care who's in the office. They don't care about me casting my vote. I don't care who's in the office. I'm going to tell you, it took me to have a conversation with our friend Michelle. She told me, she said, you don't care. When she first got a hold of me, she was like, you don't care. And I was like, no, I don't care. She was like, you don't care about your community. You don't care about what's going on around you in your state and in your city. And I was like, no, why should I? But that's the attitude that I had because we couldn't even vote. I went to go register years ago and they sent that back to me like, no, ma'am, you do not qualify. I did not qualify to register to vote. So why should I care? You know what I'm saying? So with you saying what you're saying, how many people out there really
like
honestly vote because you seriously know what's going on? And I believe on We the People show before us, there was a mission between merit and matter or something he said in the beginning. You probably don't remember, but in other words, are we yeah, in the beginning he said it. But do you really know who you're voting for? Do you know what this person stands for? And one thing you got to stop doing is paying attention to them crazy little commercials
that they
put out there because they slander each other. And what do you think? To me, it's like a tit for tat. Oh, you said this about me, so I'm going to say this about you. Y'all ain't nobody good. People that are called to do certain positions, have certain positions, are not perfect.
Right.
Sometimes they're the worst. You got a lot of judges and a lot of people out there that have positions but used to be crackheads and used to sell dope or used to be in the streets or been to jail or prison before. Just because you receive a Purple Heart, that don't mean I'm going to go vote for you, whatever her name is. Hagar, whatever.
But I mean, like, even prime example, Regina Hall. Everybody thought, ooh, we got a black one. She's coming to Dallas. She gonna change it.
Yeah,
and
for the police department.
You know what I'm saying?
She ready to go.
She have to clean it up first. You can't just jump. People got to understand, just because they win and they're in there, they have to take the time to clean it up before they can make any kind of changes.
Right.
You got to go back in there and clean up, but fix what everybody broke up,
right,
up before you can see anything. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. But another thing that we talked about was like people don't go vote because they don't know who to vote for. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. Should I vote for Trump or should I vote for Biden? I don't really know much about either or. So sometimes I was doing a read up on just voting the other day. And that's pretty much what I read about. Reasons why people don't vote. For one, oh, my one little vote ain't going to matter. Yes, it does. I didn't see that 10 years ago. But I know now that every freaking vote matters, you guys. And if you have to ask questions, or if you have to read a book, if you have to Google something, if you have to watch a podcast to help get understanding of what's going on, you should. And you know what, honestly, and I'm going to say this with all open hands and open heart, half time I don't know what's going on. Half time I don't understand, because guess what? No matter who's in the office, I still got to work. I still got to provide. I still got to do what I got to do to take care of myself and my family, regardless of who's in the office. America ain't great. It ain't never been great. And if we go cast our votes and we let our voices be heard, we can make changes, but you still got to go vote.
Right.
Bottom line.
Like I told Erica, I said, well, how do we get introduced into voting? In school.
Ooh,
you remember?
Baby, that was a good conversation.
I said, but like, no, for real, like, we didn't know nothing about voting, like politics and nothing like that.
Right.
You learn politics in school. What you doing? You're student council president and all the class people that's going to
So was that really supposed to teach us?
Yeah, that's how it starts.
Was that really supposed to teach us?
But like, in reality, yes, it was.
But I didn't participate in it.
You didn't participate. I voted for my homegirl just because, girl, she my homegirl. She gave me good treats.
Now she gave me good treats.
But like, real talk, that's where it starts, though. Politics started in school.
It did, but how many people paid attention to that? Unless you were running.
I mean, but you had to. They had to pick people.
I didn't, baby. I was one of them kids that was ripping the posters down in the hallway.
But I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't care about student council. I wish I would have paid attention now. I didn't care. So, who learns a lot about politics growing up in their households? I know there's people that do. Yep. Okay, if you have. Baby, I ain't never heard
like
my
I said, growing
mama
up, yeah.
saying, baby, I'm going
finna
down
go
here to
vote
vote
down
and
there.
you need to go vote.
Yeah.
And if you heard them say it, my thing was, what are you voting for? What?
Exactly.
Why are you going to vote? It was never explained.
My mama ain't talked about no vote, baby. She talked about going to these 2 jobs to take care of you and make sure you okay.
Okay, so besides besides student council and voting for student council in school, and besides the few little bitty things that you learn in, let's see, what class would that be? Civics? I didn't even take civics.
Yeah, me either.
I didn't even take civics in high school. So what other class would you take to where you would know about the legislation and all that? What other class? Government. I didn't take government.
Yes, government. You had to go one of your.
Well, I did, but still at the end of at the end of the day, okay. But I still did not. Was the section probably 2 or 3 pages in a whole book about voting? It's not stressed or expressed in a lot of people's homes.
That's true.
And you said it.
Mm-hmm. My mama wasn't worried about no voting. I ain't hear nothing about no voting.
And what did your mama say? Baby, I'm a single mother. I got to work these 3 jobs, so
Baby,
it don't even matter.
I can provide for you. I'm not,
It didn't matter. I wasn't taught that. So how many other people do you think were taught about? Now, let me tell you when people start caring, when it affects your life. People start caring about, oh girl, you better go down there and vote. Then you start reading about stuff and start listening and start watching debates and all this extra stuff so you can learn for yourself, because now you're affected. Somebody in your life got killed by a cop.
Right.
Somebody
so something traumatic
somebody gets cheated out. Something traumatic has to happen in order for you to catch on and
even with Trump though, real talk. How many people voted for Trump just because he was on The Apprentice and it's just Trump, Donald Trump?
A lot of us, and you know what a lot of black people did. They you just don't know who.
Even our friend Michelle, she said her brother voted for him.
He voted for Trump
because it was Donald Trump and he wanted to.
Or he could have been doing it
outside just because they want to be different and they don't want to be like everybody else.
But then you have people that's
real though. Like, I'm gonna keep it 100. That's weird. That's what we do. Oh, okay, you gonna vote for them? I don't want to be like you. I'm just gonna vote for whoever.
Right. You're right. And then some people just still feel like it doesn't matter. So when it doesn't matter, guess what? We don't care. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. Going down there and doing the little thing on the computer.
Was like, what do I do?
Baby was like, okay,
follow me. Let me lead
this
you.
What she said. And this is what this is my first time voting, you guys. She said, vote Democrat. Okay? Mm-hmm. Me, I like to read everything. Mm-hmm. So I'm over there reading names. I'm like, who is this? All right. Okay,
I was
Democrat.
like, if you don't know, just skip it and have to give you
Republican,
a skip
Democrat. Oh, okay. Check. Mm-hmm. I still, I don't know.
Like, who did I just vote for? Like, what do I? How do
but
I know
this is the real. You guys, this is real. It's real. If myself and my wife can sit here and say, we don't know. We know as people out there that don't know. But guess what? Still go vote. You know what's going on in your world. You know who's running this America, and you know that you want to see change. Do we know if Biden's gonna make a difference in the change that's going that we want to see? We don't know. You just don't know. You can do all the read up on a person if you want. To me, you don't really know a person until you really sit in their face.
That's true.
You can't pick up nothing off a person if you don't be able to get in touch with their spirit.
Right, that's true. Like, who knows if my vote was right? Like, I'm still on the fence. Like, okay, so I just voted for something, but did I do the right thing? I don't feel like I know enough to say, oh, okay, I'm firmly going in here and voting for yada yada yada.
Right.
I voted because why? Because everybody around me, you better vote. Don't sit at home and
you gonna get in trouble around us.
Right. You didn't vote. I don't want to get the backlash for not voting, but how do I know just because you tell me who to vote for, is that the right choice?
So how do you know you made the right decision?
So it's like,
so sometimes
you just did it because you know it's right, and that's what you were taught. And then let's talk about this Democrat and Republican, because we talk what? Democrat, black, Republican,
white.
Is that true? No, not always.
It's not.
That's what you're taught. That's what we know. That's what you see.
Or that's what you hear. Or you're combined in a group of people that all are for one person. Right. Doesn't necessarily mean that you believe it or you understand what they're saying. You just around a group of people that say, "Hey, you need to vote for this person. You need to vote for this person. You need to do this. You need to do that." No.
But then you look at it. We're in Texas. Texas is a Republican state, so if I go vote Democrat, it ain't gonna make no difference no way because it's
But
still
that's
gonna
how
turn
we
red.
feel.
But
That's how people
I'm keeping it
feel.
100 is how I feel. So I casted my vote. It ain't gonna matter. We still gonna be red in the end and whatever.
That's true.
That's just how I feel.
But you guys, that's the reality of it.
That's how people looking at home, sitting there thinking like they think just like we talking, like for real.
Yeah, it is, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I wish that I did understand politics.
Some people, politics are for people. Some people's politics are not. Me personally, they're not for me. But do I gain a better understanding? Yes. Can I sit here and have a conversation? Most likely. But prior to me starting at KMWI-media.com,
hey,
I didn't know nothing about politics. We the people really does educate you. You learn about. They break it down for you. You know what I'm saying? Give me the voting for dummies. Give me the idiot.
Right, you know that little book you can get at Best Buy.
But if you
Voting for dummies,
that can keep my interest, and I can sit here and listen to this or watch this podcast and understand something. Give me a better view of it.
You know what puzzles me though? Know what puzzles me? I'm gonna be real serious right now. Like, why? I wonder why America's built on like evil. Why? I don't.
You go.
I don't get that. I'm just saying, why do things gotta
Facts.
be okay? Money.
Facts.
All right, it's about money, but I that's just a question in the back of my head. Like, why everything gotta be so evil? Why everything gotta be so conniving? Why do people gotta be so hateful? What is that all about? I just don't get it. I know you can't answer that question for me.
I don't know.
If that's something that you guys can help me figure out, send me a message or let's talk about this on Facebook or something, because we gotta make a change. We have to make sure that we are fighting for our rights. Mm-hmm. We gotta fight for what's right. Mad ups to the NAACP for fighting for us and starting all these campaigns and stuff to help us get through, all of the difficult times. Because really, we're so blinded by so much,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a mirror that reflects so many bad things, and it's not good on our behalf.
You see these record numbers now that everybody coming out to early vote and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But why does something so traumatic has to happen? Sandra Bland, George Floyd, all this stuff, police brutality has to happen in order for us to actually care. Or, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. All this stuff still was happening prior to.
It was happening.
But it's just like now it affects us. So now all of a sudden, now you really
But let me tell you, it has always affected us. The bad part about it is it keeps getting worse and worse.
And it's not stopping.
And worse. And it's not stopping. So now it's like, yeah, of course, for over 400 years, black people have been, beaten on and slandered and pushed down, and our issues swept under the rug. So many things some things are just necessary to happen. Mm-hmm. Some things are very necessary to happen in order for.
I just feel like that's how they got our attention. Oh, now you got it. Oh, we listening for real.
They got
we
it.
listening and we turn up stuff.
Right. But the thing is
it right? No.
Can you control it? My question is, can it be completely controlled? I don't think so, because you have those racist people that go put on uniforms and apply for jobs to work for the police force just so they can do what they do. And guess what? Some of the cops that have killed our people, do you realize that when we do our research that these people have had so many encounters and so many mess ups within the department, and now they done got caught. You know what I'm saying?
The department want to do something.
One thing that pisses me off, and I mean this with everything in me, it pisses me off that if we as civilians are walking around and I go up to somebody and I shoot and kill them, you want to punish me, give me the death penalty, but you're a cop and you do the same freaking thing that I did, but because you're protected or you feel like you got somebody on your team that you can bail out and be able to move to another state and be protected and all this extra stuff. No, put them in jail and quit bringing up and letting people bond out for stuff that they're wrong for. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're a cop. I don't care if you're a regular person. Wrong is wrong. Right is right. You know what I'm saying?
And we all bleed the same color.
And we all bleed the same dadgum color.
That's what Kelly said. Remember we talked about that in her hair.
What? We did. We really did. And it feels good to be able to have these types of conversations with different types of people. I don't want to have just these conversations with black people. I have white people in my family.
My thing is
where
we don't see color.
We don't. You can't. Now I know some people do. And I know that we've had bad encounters with people of different races, but at the same token, I don't see color. You are who you are. If I meet you and you good people, you good people. But at the end of the day, we need to be uplifting
To
each
each other.
other.
Facts.
We need to support each other, and we need to educate each other on things that are good for us, not just black people,
Just
but
period,
people
people,
in our
period.
community, people in our cities, people in our states. We gotta be open to change, because it's gotta change. Something different has definitely gotta happen.
And turn up Walmart, ain't it?
Hey, tearing
I'm
that, that is for
Walmart,
real.
the way they tell that Walmart up, didn't make no.
Walmart,
sense.
Target, all of that.
I'm just saying, turn up Walmart didn't happen. It was like something recent. I don't know where it
No,
was.
what
but
happened?
They tore the roof off Walmart. Girl, it was raining
Girl.
in Walmart. They run out there with all kind of TVs, electronics. They told that.
Why do you think they did that? What was the problem?
I don't know.
You know what you made a statement. You said, "Don't be the problem. Be a part of the solution. Be a
Right.
part of the
That's when we
solution."
went to vote. That's what I said. I said, hey, don't be a problem. Be the solution.
What do
Be
you
the
think the
voice.
problem is?
Be the voice.
Be the voice.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
No, this ain't the voice. This ain't. No,
oh,
keep your day job. Keep cutting hair.
oh.
Erica,
You don't want to hear about.
mute her.
No, I'm just saying, like, be the voice.
Yeah.
Stand up for your
Stand
rights.
up, go vote. Speak your mind.
Stand
That's what I'm
up
saying.
for your
This
rights.
girl right here. Can you come out of some? Come
Hey,
here.
hey,
She-
stand up for your
what I have
rights.
to deal with, guys.
Oh. Hey, go vote. Go vote. Hey, come on.
No.
Hey, go vote.
By yourself.
Go vote. Are you voting or not? Are you voting or not?
I'm
Hey,
dead.
I just want to know. So if you haven't went to go vote, go to your local library, local school, a church, a
Now you can't
rec
vote.
center.
You can't vote now until Tuesday in the actual election day.
So guess what?
You have to go-
Tuesday.
You have to go vote in your district.
Oh, after when? Tomorrow?
Baby, Tuesday. Early voting over. So now you got to vote in your district.
Okay, so Tuesday is election day, right?
7 a.m.
7 a.m. Tuesday is election day, right?
Yes.
So my question to you out there, and my question to you.
No, don't ask me no
No, I'm for real, that girl. You always trying to cut me off. Let me tell you something.
Hey, Michi. She talking about, hey, y'all.
Smeeches. Let me tell you something. See, you made me forget what I was finna say.
Good.
You
Thank
made me
you, Michi
no.
girl.
You made me forget what I was finna say. So what was I finna say?
Come on, hurry up. You know short-term memory
I
loss.
can't remember.
She ain't took that ginkgo.
Oh, I do. I haven't. I ain't took my ginkgo in about 4, 5.
Come on,
6,
hurry up before you lose again.
7, 8 days. Okay.
No.
It's gone.
Oh, okay. So after 11.
Come on, after 11. Let me help you out, girl, because you know
Not
that.
after 11,
Or
no.
whatever, after election.
After election day, do you really?
Oh, they're going to turn it up.
Okay.
Oh, they-
Oh,
oh,
see, you ain't
they
even
finna-
let me finish
Oh, they
that
finna
question.
turn.
You
Oh,
already
they
know.
finna cut. They finna cut up.
So, you guys, this was another conversation we had in the car. So,
That post-election.
okay, I really hope and pray that Trump does not win this election. I don't want it to happen. I do not. But if Biden wins, don't you think there's still going to be a
They
problem?
still gonna turn up. That's why Neiman Marcus got already boarding up their boys downtown. They
Are
already
you
know. Baby, they
serious?
was on the news. Neiman Marcus downtown Dallas has already put up all the boards.
And probably all the other
talking about they're
businesses
getting
should
ready for
probably.
after they calling out the task force. Who they
Yeah,
they
the
coming-
uh-huh.
Yeah, they said they'll come in on Tuesday
But
after the election.
can you
just
fault
in
them?
case. I'm just saying that's smart. I mean, hey,
It's smart.
Neiman Marcus said they're a target when it comes to stuff like that. So they say they're gonna be ready before time.
Cause I don't,
Cause you know they trying to go catch an LV.
yeah. They might be trying to catch that LV, that Gucci,
Red bottom.
that red
I'm
bottom,
just
that
saying,
Go
Neiman
Yard,
Marcus
that all
literally
that.
on the news saying they're the first store downtown to have their stuff boarded up and stuff because they're ready for post-election, after the election, because they say that.
I'm just wondering because either way it goes
Trump
to
wins,
me.
we going.
Okay, so do you really think we're gonna act the
Yeah,
fool?
us as color, we're gonna act.
What is the point?
I'm just saying we are.
What do you
It
think
ain't
the
no
point
point behind.
is?
I mean, I don't know. We're gonna act up.
Do you think that Trump is gonna act crazy?
There are.
His side will act crazy too.
Yeah, they're
It
we
depends on
are
how
going
close
to
it
act
is.
up, regardless if Biden win or if Trump win. We are
Somebody's
going to
gonna
act
act
up. That's why people
I don't
are
like that,
preparing
man.
for us to act up. That's why I'm be stuck in my house. Just like New Year's, you don't go out on New Year's because people be acting up.
Look, you don't nowadays. You don't go out on election.
I'm be stuck in my house in this new apartment. I'm gonna be stuck.
Okay, so let's talk COVID real quick. So,
Girl,
cause baby, do y'all really think? Do you really think that COVID gonna just disappear?
it's not. It's not gonna disappear.
No.
Do you think it's gonna change?
No.
Y'all think we still gonna wear masks?
Yes.
Yeah, for a minute.
It's not gone.
It's not gone.
It's not gone.
It's gonna
So
calm
this
it down though.
this don't have nothing to do with the election.
No.
No.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Does COVID have anything to do with the election?
No.
Not necessarily. Not directly. It's gonna be impacted.
Why do you
by
hear
the
people saying that then?
Because
It's gonna be impacted by the election.
that's what Trump put out.
That's what Trump put out there.
But I see kids every day getting it. I see teachers every day getting it.
Yeah, it's serious.
And
It's real.
there are people close to you that get it, and an entire family is sick.
Yeah.
So it's not going any. If you're not protecting yourself, you can't do anything but pass it on.
But pass it
Others
on.
are contracting.
Okay,
Especially
so
in your closed environment.
so it's best. In other words, it's just best
Totally
not
real.
to try to connect the two.
You can. I mean, well, you can, but you
You
can't.
can, but you.
I
you
mean,
were
it's still
saying-
gonna be there.
It was
Going
his
before.
fault. I think that there could have been something
That's
done.
just a poor way
you know,
to put it out there.
yeah, it was a poor way that was put it out there. But when you giving certain signs, we do that in life. When you giving a certain sign, do you listen or figure it out, or do you ignore it?
Let me tell you how many people finna vote for Trump just because they feel like they finna get a stimulus check.
But, girl,
That's
let me
real.
tell you something.
That's a real Trump
If
vote.
you
Facts.
listen,
I've had
that
people-
is
I
so.
have people that say that though.
He's not gonna do the stimulus.
But do you know how many people are gonna vote for him just because they think
he
that's what's
stated,
gonna
He was
happen?
like, well, I'm not gonna get y'all another stimulus, but vote for me and we'll see what happens. But all thing you gotta do is say.
He's trying to get you a stimulus that's gonna be retro back to September.
But people are not listening.
But people
Okay,
listen
so
to
ain't
it.
nobody paying
Don't nobody
attention.
know about that.
But let me tell you something. That's what I hear a lot of people. I've heard about
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 people come sit in my chair like, oh, I just need another stimulus check. Let me find out you're the one that's going to vote for Trump just behind $1,200 or $1,500. I don't ever depend on that. I don't depend on
I
this.
ain't even get no stimulus check, and I done made it through.
I bet you folks won't even vote.
Who?
Those people.
They
Those
probably
people,
not.
but listen, that's the whole point of these educational shows, and there's a whole point of a realist show, which is this is what we bring to you. We bring
on,
to you
Fun
what's
Tabulistic.
real, fantabulistic. I'm for real. You have to be realistic when it comes to these things. Honestly, do half of y'all know who you're voting for? No, because
Do y'all
we don't.
Do y'all understand? No.
No, but you still gonna cast your vote because you don't like what's going on. I don't like what's going on. And I feel like if we have the power and we have the control and we have a voice, that we need to stand up for our rights and put your vote out there, regardless if it's Democrat or
We
Republican.
had a whole
Just go
conversation.
vote.
We was like, so if Trump go back in office, what changes?
Nothing.
We gonna still get up and go to work every day. We
You
gonna
still
provide for
gotta
our
get
family.
your grind
My life, I
on.
mean, you still have to continue to do you.
You still have
You
to
have to accept
survive.
what happened and keep it moving.
Yeah, because I hear so many people like, ooh, I even done said that I'm finna move. I'm moving to Africa.
Moving to Africa.
I'm moving to Africa.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
You
Africa
done
got
said all
problems
day.
too. They got problems too. I don't even know if I would want to be there because I look at it and I'm like, well,
can't go
shoot,
to
why
Jamaica,
everybody
they
trying to
got
get to? Everybody be trying to make it to America.
I can't go to Jamaica. They ain't got no central.
They don't have ACs out
I
there,
ain't
baby. So
back
you
to
really
Jamaica.
ain't.
Baby,
That's
I'm gonna be
what
burnt
I'm
up.
saying.
I can't. I done got-
That's what I'm saying. So we can't be so quick to leave America. This is where you was born.
Then she
and
said,
have what?
She said she voting for Kermit the Frog.
Oh, look, Kermit might do a better job. He might do a better job. Him and Miss Piggy, honey.
I am
Miss
dead.
Piggy come out there, honey, with her little first lady suit
Give us that
on.
good bacon.
She is, baby. That bacon off that,
Cat too.
off that.
Okay,
baby, hey,
okay.
don't try to
You
tell
know.
you, baby. We'll vote.
That's
I'll vote
real
for
though.
go Kermit. We'll vote for him. You know, but I really, really strongly feel like it affects everybody in the end. But guess what? You
does.
gotta keep it pushing.
Your life still gonna go
You
on.
gotta keep it pushing. But are we angry about things that are going on in this life, in this world?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. But guess what? You still gotta live. You still have to live, and
You
we
have
don't.
to be the solution, not the problem.
There you go. Be a part of the problem.
Be a part of the problem, Eric.
Be a part of the solution,
okay.
because that's exactly what we're here to tell you. Is it matters.
We just gonna
and-
keep it 100. You might not understand. You might not know. Just go vote. I mean, for real, that's what we did. Like, I can honestly sit up here and say, did I understand? No. But did I go vote? Yes, because I need my one vote to count.
You do.
I mean, again,
but we all feel a certain way. I feel like you feel the way that you feel because of your experiences. I feel the way that I feel because of my experiences. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I had a jacked up mind towards voting and politics. You guys, there are people that can witness having conversation with me that is watching right now. You guys know how I felt about it. I had a very ugly attitude about it. And sometimes I do. When I get to talking about Mr. President too long, I start sweating under my arms.
We know.
And I start getting
whole
real angry.
tripping at the end.
I'm just saying, I start
mutiny.
But guess why I get angry? Because he's doing things that I don't agree with. He says things that I don't like. He feels like he has power to change this world into something that it doesn't need to be. Or America, we're going to say the U.S. I don't like it. And I know that you guys don't like it. So if you don't like it, go do your research and look up these people and see what we can do as far as to make the change and get the right people in office. And from what I've been told, it starts locally. Now, I did vote locally last year when we lived in Crowley. And I kind of semi knew what I was voting for. It was a different type of, it wasn't no big, election or nothing like that. But from what I've been told, it starts locally. We got to change the local stuff first, and we got to vote for people that are running locally, because those are going to be the same people that run, for the big spots. For the big spot, the big old spot, the big spots. But for real, so just go vote. If you don't understand, don't call me, because I can't give you a whole bunch of information.
But you can watch We the People.
You can watch We the People on KMWI-media.com at 4 o'clock on Sundays. Yep. And that's that every Sunday. You can watch that. You guys, We the People will give you a really, really good understanding of where it starts, how it begins, and how it starts with the people that are sitting in the chair. Because you got to know my background in order to know the reason why I feel the way that I feel.
Facts.
I never heard politics in my home. She never heard politics in her home. Like she said, that student council stuff, I was ripping down y'all posters when y'all was running for student council. Erica Lynette McDade was the one that was ripping your posters down. Yes, I did say my middle name, and I won't say it again. So if you caught it, you caught it. If you didn't, you didn't.
Lynette.
Anyway, at the end of the day, is you voting a nah, because I need to know. And we need you to go do what you got to do. Handle your business. Vote, because these people on our shirts can't.
Vote because we can't.
Vote because we can't. We do. We got to stand up for our rights, black people. We do. Stand up for your rights. Anyway, we are winging it today. I don't even have
to say that.
Because
I keep telling you that. Just talk. This our show.
We winging it today.
Why does she do that? Like, it's like we don't have a computer here. Like, you feel like you got to tell the whole world we winging it. We could have rehearsed this. They don't know. You just told our business.
Well, we winging it. That's what's wrong with saying we winging it?
You ain't supposed to say that. I need you to take some production classes. You ain't got to say all that. I'm serious. You don't have to say that. Don't nobody know that unless you tell them.
But do we really have to have this conversation?
We do. We are. We're going to have it.
Do we have to have?
Because we the McDays and we keep it real. We're going to have this conversation right now. Quit saying that.
Okay. We winging it today. So.
Come get her.
Okay. So what we going to talk about next then, since we.
I'm sad.
Why are you sad?
Because the gospel legend died. Ain't nobody gonna scream like Rance Allen.
What is
something about the name Jesus?
Something about the name Jesus.
Come on, y'all.
Something about the name.
Ain't nobody gonna scream like him.
Know what? I'm gonna tell you something. That is a song that you really wear out. You play that song a lot.
Because ain't nothing about the name Jesus.
It ain't, but you know what? I feel really bad. What did he die from? What happened?
Oh, I don't know.
Y'all don't know, was he sick? Did he have cancer or something? You don't. I just know that you said that the other day.
Shout out to the mother at Full Gospel. She passed away too. I forgot.
The first lady. First lady at Full Gospel passed away as well. So I'm not sure what happened.
And Dallas.
Full Gospel. And Dallas.
Apocalypse.
No, I thought you said Concord.
No, I didn't. I said Full Gospel. I said Concord was having their drive-by trick-or-treat.
Okay, yeah.
Come on, we're going to connect. And then I said Full Gospel, Murray.
I remember.
She passed away. She was in...
Okay, so...
She could be from a broken heart. Because, the grandson is the pastor now.
The but...
That's her grandson.
The pastor of that church is her grandson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Well,
who
what
took
you
over.
say you think she passed away from a broken
I
heart?
don't know. I'm just saying.
I mean, but why? Why would you say that then?
Because her husband died last year. If I die,
You
you
know-
gonna pass away from that broken heart?
I can't.
Girl, we
put
gonna
that
be
on
over
my
here
life.
looking like we gonna be over here looking
I'm-
like a notebook. You better
I
come
might
read
be
these books.
party over here, party over here. No, I'm just playing.
She petty as
Baby, I would be so sad if I lost you. Cause you my boo boo. You boo boo boo.
We all be sad.
Huh?
We be sad.
Okay. Well, do we have to talk about that? Oh my
I'm just
gosh.
saying, Eric
can we-
ain't gonna make it. I mean, you know, you just put it out
Oh,
there.
look, we already had Nene said, or Nene's our roommate. She was like, honey, if you can't leave Erica.
No, we had a conversation.
What
We
was the
like,
conversation
I was like,
about?
Nene, if I ever go to jail, just make sure you give me out. She said, girl, I'm not gonna sit in this house with Erica.
I wouldn't
She
do
said,
it,
baby,
but the thing is,
she said,
why does everybody say
that?
that?
I'm gonna do whatever I can do.
But why do everybody say that?
I'm just saying, I don't, because you be acting up.
I don't act up. Why
Because you
do
can't function without me.
I can't?
Baby, you showed that in Cancun.
What did I do in Cancun?
What didn't you do in Cancun? As soon as they came and took me away, me and
If
my brother.
it was your
me and my
wedding
brother-
day, you wouldn't pace across the.
Me and my brother squad was lit. We was over there eating our stuff.
See, I'm still mad about that because they came out bragging. Let me tell you what they got. They got the little tartars and they got the little caviars and all the little cute little snacks and stuff.
What you
While-
get your people?
Let me tell you something. We're going to talk about this for just a second. And look at my face because I was hot. First of all, special shout out to Marcus because Marcus was down for me that day. You were down for me. And I don't even know if you watched
You
this.
acted up on Monday.
I did. Ooh. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell on myself. But anyway, Marcus, special shout out to Marcus because on my wedding day, because while they're eating their tartars and they're enjoying their caviar.
I had sushi. I had a whole thing. We had bottled water. We had liquor. We was all ready.
And Tim, let me tell you what they did.
I brought us with.
They walked me over to the other resort, and they put me in this little old room, and no bottled water. Just a room.
I said it wasn't part of my package.
And then I was mad. Let me tell you why I was mad. You know when stuff break or spill on me or something, I get mad. I had a little bottle of King's oil that I be rubbing on. Baby, that sucker rolled off the bed and splattered across the floor. You know that ran me hot, right? You know that ran me hot. But thanks to my brother Carl, special shout out. Carl was there for me that day as well. That was my brother, and
Janie was there for you.
Janie was there for me, and Nicole was there for me, and we did what we had to do without the tartars and without the bottled water. We made it work. We made it do in that little room they shoved us in.
Maybe because me and Platinum and Michi and us.
Are you gonna keep saying it?
Because we was turned up.
Okay, so you said it once, you said it twice. Don't say it no more. We understand. You
Y'all
had.
said what you did on Monday. You acted up on Monday. Monday she acted up according to Michi on Facebook.
Let me tell y'all something, and I'm working on me. Have y'all ever done like a self-reflection test? Like you start writing in a journal or something, and you like, man, why am I mad about these little things, this and that, whatever. Anyway, I'm not going to tell how the story went because, yes, I did act up. But I stood corrected. Not only did I stand corrected, I called and I apologized to my people for
I'm still waiting on my apology.
catching fly.
I got hung up on twice.
Girl, you get hung up on all the time.
That's not good. What did I tell you about hanging up on me?
Baby, you know.
Did you apologize for
but
hanging up on my face?
Baby, I'm sorry for hanging up on you. Oh my God. Did y'all see how she pulled this daggum apology up out of me? Oh my gosh. I apologize.
Gone, you acted up. Gone.
I did, but I don't want to say what happened.
I'm
so
gonna tell you
no.
I'm
Let me
I'm gonna give you the girl.
no. Oh my
So
God.
I'm just to keep a long story short.
Ain't it time for the show to be over?
It is not. We have time, and we are the McDays, and we keep it real around here.
We do,
And you
but-
always say I'm on the show quiet, so let me talk today
Oh
because
my-
I do got a voice.
Let me drink my water.
So let me tell y'all, Erica is not a machine. Erica does have a life. When Erica got with me, Erica had to learn how to balance barbershop and life. Okay.
Now you can tell the story. Thank you for saying that because that's true.
It's real. So she's still learning how to balance. Hey, look, I have to take care of home and go have fun with home, but I also run a business too. Okay?
I do.
And sometimes it does get difficult. It does get hard, especially when she has a wife like me. Okay?
Ooh.
And I always want you to take off, and I always want you to spend
Hallelujah.
time. So I'm gonna keep it 100, real talk.
All right.
Okay. So, I mean, we went to Minnesota, yes, or whatever. So she has people that are on standing appointments. Okay?
So that your appointments never come
So
off.
your appointments never come off, regardless if she closed her books or not. They're on a standing appointment, so they don't get a notification. They don't get nothing. So Erica has to go in there and remind the people that are on standing appointments that she will not be at the shop.
I forgot.
So we were gone a whole week. So people that were on Friday had a standing appointment. They had to miss that appointment because we left. Okay. Now it was the next Friday and we were moving. So they weren't going to be on that one either. And the person felt offended because he feels like that he's not getting the proper treatment.
Or treated like all the other
Or
clients.
treated like everybody else because his appointments keep getting rescheduled and stuff and he didn't know.
But it happened to be my close friend.
Excuse me, come to find out, we didn't know his number was attached to his wife. So his wife was getting the notifications.
And not
but he
him.
was not. So that's one error. Number two is, correct, Erica needs to communicate a little bit better. So when I called her, when I called and told her what happened or how they felt, instead of Erica thinking about it, Erica popped off and then thought about it later. So she sent a nice, not a nice nasty text, I guess you would say, and then thought about it later. And then it just made everybody mad. So they were like, cancel it all together. And then, I had to go do damage control.
No. So when they said cancel it all together, I just said okay. And I only said okay because I don't like to argue with people. And these people are already going through something.
They were. They
had
already
took a
with
major
issues
loss in
and
their
stuff
family.
like that.
So
it was just wrong timing.
It was wrong timing.
And she wasn't having a good day. Because she walked out the house that morning and didn't even say bye to me.
Let me tell you why. Because
don't do it. Oh, don't you do it, baby. This last 10 minutes, baby, this can be good or bad. So don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Okay.
So think before you speak.
But let me tell you something. I was not having a bad day. It just, when information gets to me a certain kind of way, I do go from 0 to 100 because I only have 2 levels. Some people have levels. I don't have levels. I have 0. I have a white area and I have a black area, and you don't want me to be in the black area.
You don't,
because the black area is ugly and she's not
ugly.
cute.
And I get a lot of the backlash. I don't really call her out on some stuff, but this one I had to And I was just calling trying to get her to understand, but then she blamed it on me, talking about I should have never called and told her.
No.
But I wanted her to understand how her client felt, and I was trying to get it. Now she blamed me for taking their side and taking up for them, and it's all about me and all about them, and we ganging up on her. Or whatever, and click. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, you know what? I'm sorry.
Babe,
so
babe, you don't have to do me like that.
On my shop behalf, on the shop, because even though she's the owner, I am an owner too because I married her. So that's my shop as well as it's hers. So I sent a message apologizing on Platinum Barber Studios behalf.
No.
Yes, I did. I had to do
No.
You don't never want your clients to feel like that. You quick to say they can go find a
No. Okay, so stop. Let me say this. Let me clear this up real quick. I just want to clear this up. It is very tough, you guys. It looks easy. It looks easy because you walk in the door. I'm standing behind the chair. I'm getting you in. I'm getting you out. But how many of y'all understand on the back end?
It's a lot.
It is a lot keeping up with people and keeping up with payments and invoices.
And you're one person.
Yeah, and I'm one person. Not only that, I got this difficult woman here in the house.
I know she did.
With a million things to honeydew.
But excuse me, but one thing about this woman here, I stay on task and I remember a lot.
You do. Because if it wasn't for you, honey, a lot of stuff I'll forget. But once again, it's difficult. Sometimes it's hard. I forget, especially we come back from traveling. We trying to move. We just moved. Mm-hmm. We came back. I had to go to work. She had to go to work. We had to worry about making sure everything was transferred and all this extra stuff. I just simply forget sometimes, you guys. And please understand, I don't mean anything by it. I don't want people to feel like I'm an inconvenience to me because I love doing hair. Hair is my life. That is my life. I'm an entrepreneur who loves what I do. I have a passion for what I do. Don't ever feel like you're an inconvenience. And if I do happen to step on anybody's toes, don't be afraid to pick me up because I might give you a hard time in the argument behind trying to correct me, but I always do go back and apologize or fix the problem unless I just don't care. And some people you can just go. Some people can just go. It's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying? But it's worth it whenever they're good friends and not just clients, because a lot of my clients have become my friends. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I don't ever want anybody to feel like I'm being,
Yeah,
you know, an
they
a-hole.
get treated differently. or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like
No,
that.
I love everybody and try to treat everybody the same and all that. But I do want to make a quick announcement, you guys. I have so much going on as far as the lock services that I'm doing now at the studio. I'm cutting hair and doing an awful lot of locks. The lock packages and the lock prices are about to change. I have a list of selections that you can go through. We're going to make those changes here soon and hopefully be able to push them out on the website for Platinum Barber Studio by January. You guys, the next year's schedule up until August is up. I do not have a whole lot of Saturday openings. However, if you do want to go and book a lock appointment or a braid appointment, you do have to call in order to do that. And the prices have changed. So don't be startled if the prices change and the packages change, because that's what's about to happen. I do want to kick a special shout out
To me,
no, special shout out to you, baby. Love you.
You wasn't finna say
Thank
that.
you so much for supporting me always.
Sure.
Thank you. You know,
Girl
I
was
come
not
up with
finna
a
say
speech.
that.
Look,
Like,
I come up with a
Should have pulled this
speech.
speech out her dome. She was not finna say that.
Yeah, I was. But anyway, I was. But
Who you
since
think
you,
shout out to?
I'm gonna kick my shout out to the young fella that moved us, you guys. Okay, this is important, and this is the end of the show. But I do want to say this, you guys, and we're gonna keep saying this. I see so many young black people starting businesses and becoming successful in their own little alleys or their own little streets. And I want you guys to learn how to support black people. It's hard sometimes because, you know, we have done some things at some point where business might not have been or seem to be right. You guys, we hired this mover with, what's the name?
Premium Relocation Service.
Premium Relocation Services. You guys, the owner's name is Aaron. He is a 29-year-old business owner, been in business for 4 years. You guys, this fella was professional.
Very professional.
He called the day before. He called the day of. When he showed up, he had his workers fully equipped, ready to move us. They did it without, he damaged, something got
It's
damaged
okay.
in the
It came
move.
from Walmart.
But no, it's something got damaged in the move, but I think it got placed in the truck wrong or something too heavy got put on.
Right, but-
Anyway, I don't even want to knock him for that. You guys, we are going to have an upcoming show in a couple of weeks where he will be a guest on the show. We're going to talk business, and we're going to let him tell us how he started and where he's young. And he's young, you guys. He's 29 years old, been in business for 4 years. His moving company is growing. He is a really, really, really good young business owner, but he started from the bottom, just like majority of us. He started from the bottom, and he stays afloat by doing what he has to do, by keeping it professional and being consistent.
But I appreciated him, and let me tell you why. You're a business owner. This is your business. He came. He had his 2 workers, and they were hired to do the job. But when he saw them struggling or they needed help,
He
jumped
helped.
in. He had no problem with helping him.
Right.
In his street clothes, he wasn't even in moving clothes.
Yeah, he
was
had
like,
on nice kicks and
when
everything.
I say he got
yeah.
that stuff off the truck, he was like, "Hey, y'all get it to the apartment. I'll get it off for y'all."
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's one thing to have a business, but it's another thing to actually work inside of your business.
Yeah, and be involved.
And be involved in your business, and
Right.
not just like let you drive.
Because he could have sat around and watched him.
And
But
we
he
tried
didn't.
to tip him and the thing. He said, "No, don't tip me. Please just tip my workers."
Right. So
shout out to him.
shout out to
To Aaron.
PRL
Premium Relocation.
Premium
Services.
Premium
And you
Relocation.
can look them up on Facebook. They do have a page, and yeah.
And we found him on the a friend of mine found him on the Dallas. What is it? The Dallas
the
Black
business
Black
page.
business owners or Black business owners page.
And he was
So you
absolutely
guys,
amazing.
If you're
Pricey.
looking,
Well, we had a lot of stuff though.
well, yeah, and then we moved from the 3rd floor to the 4th floor.
So, yeah.
So that was a difficult move altogether.
Yeah, but-
it was worth the $900 that
It
we
was.
spent for it.
It was worth it though, no lie. Like they were hanging. My thing is, it's one thing to have a mover, but it's another thing to come in. They were hanging our clothes in our closet, even though we had them, whatever.
Right.
They weren't just
And he
throwing stuff,
offered to
whatever,
put our
whatever.
beds back
He offered to put our
together
stuff back
and-
together. He was hanging our clothes in our closet, so I have to give it to him.
Yeah,
Like, I got to.
so we will have him as a guest on our show here in a couple of weeks. I want you guys to stay tuned in because we will cover Black business owners and young entrepreneurs who are trying to become successful by working for themselves and not working for anybody. And it is tough to do, but it's something that we're going to talk about here in a couple of weeks. So Aaron will be on the show. We also have another special guest that's going to come on in a few weeks. We won't talk about it, but I want y'all to stay tuned always and make sure that you guys stay positive, keep the energy and all of that. And how I want you, baby, to tell them how they can find us on social media because you say it a lot better than I do.
Really? Why? I'm so dead. Make sure you follow us on our Facebook page. It's going to be Erica, Erika,
K.A.
and Shantae McDade. You can find us on our Instagram. It's going to be The McDades Podcast. Also, the same on our YouTube page, The McDades Podcast. And make sure you click that subscribe button and the notification when we upload these videos.
Excuse me,
on there.
click.
When this is not the click part
Aw.
of it. And then also make sure you follow us on the kmwi-media.com. When you click on it, you're going to click that live stream button.
Click. Where your nails at?
We took them off.
Okay.
I mean, I had to move, Yeah, I was great supervisor.
Because we didn't hear that click.
Great supervisor with no nails. Absolutely.
Yeah, click.
Make sure you follow us.
We trying to get our numbers up. We have been trying to get our numbers
Our numbers
up.
are coming up.
They coming up, but you know
People
what?
really don't
It
watch
takes
us.
time. People do, but it takes time. But anyway,
keep
you
it
guys, we gonna always keep it real. Make sure you guys go
Tuesday,
vote.
make sure you vote.
Be ready for this election day. Let's keep our fingers crossed and our hopes up. Y'all keep the positive energy flowing. Make sure that you. Oh, my sugar! I put it out.
I voted.
Hey, she voted.
She can't say.
I did vote.
I don't know what her sticker
Anyway,
is.
we want you guys to stay positive, stay prayed up. We love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the McDade Podcast. We love you, and we are out.
It's the weekend, ain't got a care in the